What up, guys? All right, we're trying this again. It kept saying my shit's not letting me go live. Hi, guys. My name is Maya, and this is the Damn Homie Show Behind Bars. Today we have a very special guest from the DC area. I don't know how I've never been there because I'm from New York, so I don't have an excuse, but I will be there soon. And we have a lot of interesting things to talk about today. So, Behind Bars is a show. Basically, we're all, we've all done illegal things. Some of us just haven't got caught. And this is a show that's going to show you that you might want to hear other people's stories to see if you're even able to survive something half of the people here survived. You're,
Can you hear me?
yeah, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good.
With the devil trying to stop us from working, what's going on?
I know. First, my internet was like weird. Then it said checking connection. It wasn't letting me go live. But we're here now, so that's all that matters.
That's right. What's cooking?
Good shit. Can you please introduce yourself for everybody that's seeing you for the first time here?
Okay, how y'all doing? My name is Kirk Bone. My government name Curtis Chains, but most call me Kirk Bone. Washington D.C. native. Doing my thing, returning citizen, man, and trying to do my thing. That's it, man.
So first, I want to start off by talking about Kirk Bone TV.
Okay.
How long ago did you start that?
I started Kirk Bone TV about a year and a half ago. So about a year and a half ago. We've been up now about a year and a half ago. Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember the first person you interviewed, or?
Oh yeah. The first person I interviewed was a gentleman named Tony Lewis Jr. His father was a guy that had life in prison on a real popular drug case in D.C. and his son was fighting to get him back into the streets. So he's my first initial interview, and it went great.
What initially even made you want to start the channel?
Because like in this area, the DMV area, they had a lot of information going on about the streets back in the 80s. So my name is misrepresented in a lot of different stories from people who telling the story who obviously wasn't on the field at the time the game was being played. So, a late, great John Thompson, the coach from Georgetown, told me, if you want to control your nerves, you have to start speaking. You got to change the mentality of the 80s that you ain't going to get in front of the camera. So that kind of pushed me out there, so I, just tell my story as well and share others.
So let's talk about your story. Where are you originally from, DC?
Yeah, DC, born and raised, yeah, exactly.
So what was it like growing up in DC?
Oh man, it was beautiful when I was coming up. Before the crack epidemic hit us, it was beautiful because it was the chocolate city. So we took pride in sharing our own experiencing our different culture. But it was beautiful. You can knock on somebody's door next door and get a hot plate to eat, get a jacket with to school if your mother went to school early and work early. So I mean, the community was love. I wouldn't change that experience for nothing in the world.
Yeah, sounds nice. I don't think anytime like you grow up and the neighbors are nice to you, I'm not really used to that.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. No. Our neighbors can discipline you. They can feed you. They can love on you. I live in apartment building. It was like 3 floors. So by the time I get to the first floor, the lady on the first floor might say, "Come here," and put grease on my face. I'm going to 2nd grade, 3rd grade because my mother wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with all the love.
Which high school did you go to?
Spingarn High School is a popular school known for basketball in the D.C. area. Had NBA players like Sherman Douglas, Michael Graham, Dave Bean, Elgin Bailey. So it's known for basketball. And people get put out of other schools, they accept you.
Nice. So when was the first time you got in trouble in your life?
I'll say I got in trouble probably around when the law caught me was around 15 years old. Then I got in trouble again at 20.
Yeah. You don't have to talk about what you got arrested for, but what did they end up giving you? Like,
oh well, my first time, I don't have no problem. The first time I got locked up for PCP, it's a liquid water that turned weed into a high powered drug. So I ended up beating that. Then I got locked up at 20 again for cocaine, and it really ended up charging me for money laundering, and I ended up doing like about 4.5 years for that. You know what I'm saying? And got back out. Started all over again.
The money laundering was the one that you stayed in the longest, right?
Yes.
Why is that?
Cause I mean, they really wanted me for some other drug stuff. They couldn't really wrap the case up good around me. So
Yeah.
I got an opportunity to get a plea agreement of money laundering, which actually took me off the case. So my lawyer was like, they got to get something out of you because they're mad. So I agreed to that. But it's a white collar crime. Usually people who do it, they get money laundering. They only do no more than 12 months, but they end up trying to max the situation out to me, which was good because I ducked 30 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm scared. Like I'd rather go to jail for assault than my taxes because I feel like taxes, they're really gonna
Right.
beat me with whatever.
Yeah. You gotta pay him. I mean, pay him. I always say people just make more money. You know what I'm saying? Just pay him.
Yeah.
Just get him out your hair.
Yo, that's facts.
Yeah.
Wait, I was about to ask you, how did you money launder? Just in case I feel like laundering a little bit. We're not gonna talk about that.
We're actually, that was my first time hearing about money laundering. That's really actually the first time they used it in that instance. They actually, what they did, they said, my defense was that all the stuff y'all saying I did illegally, I'm telling you I did it by gambling. So they couldn't get me on the case. They said, okay, so we said, so the gambling money I bought just cars and bought other stuff. So they saying that I took illegal money and tried to make it legal by doing legal stuff. So that's how I was able to tie it in. But usually money laundering is people that take dirty money and go get a business. They go,
Like a nail salon or a car wash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's traditional. You know what I'm saying? So it was like they were just trying to get me out the head, but get some time on me at the same time.
What was that like? The first time, like, do you remember your first day in jail?
Oh man, yeah, I remember my first day in jail. Actually, I always was a young dude that it hustled around all the older heads. So even though I never been to jail before then, I already knew the steps. The R&D, come in, get naked, they strip search you and sing to the unit. So I was kind of replaying everything I was in around the pool room and all the crap games around the older guys, right? So it was different. Crazy as it might sound, when I was 20 at the time. So coming up the street, I did everything. So jail was the only thing I didn't experience. So in a retarded mental health way, I really wanted to experience jail just to put it on my resume and say, okay, I did it all. I hustled, I did this, I went to jail. Just, thinking street credibility was everything. So, I kind of went and not excited to be there, but I was, prepared for the moment anything happened.
Yeah. And I don't know why, like going through that, it teaches you a lot. It teaches you patience,
Patience.
not getting caught again.
It lets you know. It lets you learn family and friends, because a lot of times I always say jail is like dying but still can see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because people drift off and actually be living their regular life, but so it lets you see a lot of things, put stuff in perspective, let you learn yourself. A lot of time in the cell make you think, stuff like that. So to tell you the truth, it's the best thing ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? We was the murder capital at that time. There was a lot of robbing and kidnapping and killing. You know what I'm saying? So you would have had to defend yourself or even strike first. So I say God has put me in time out. Let that wave go past to have me talking to your beautiful self right now.
I always say that to people that, like, if you ended up getting, let's say, 2 years or something, maybe God was saving you from something else. Like, imagine you would have been caught for something that you would have got a life sentence for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because all my friends, I got a picture when I went to jail. It was like a group picture we took at the Go-Go. That's like local bands in D.C. Our music called Go-Go music. And it was like probably about 18, 19 or whatever. I got locked up at 89. By the time 90 came, 91 came, 90, another year later, like over half of those people was murdered. You know what I'm saying? And now as years went past, 2 years, 3 years, like 90%, 80% of the pictures, all was murdered. So, that was like my everyday, people I'm hanging around with, going out with. So, my straw could have been pulled,
Yeah. What do you think was the craziest thing you've seen when you were in there?
When I was in jail.
That had you like, oh, nah, I can't do this. But, well, like, I don't want to be here. Like, never mind.
I seen two dudes get in a knife fight over what they call the stuff that people look at in the daytime, the stories. The Young and Arrested, all those little stories.
Oh, a telenovela, whatever it's called.
Yeah, all those different General Hospital, all those stories. So
yeah.
Anyway, one dude was saying a girl is his girlfriend. Another dude says his girlfriend, but I guess they never looked at it together at the same time. So then they argued about, man, that's my girl. And it actually turned to a knife fight where somebody got stabbed real bad, almost died. He didn't die, but he was in critical condition. And I say, damn, these dudes are arguing over character on TV that they gonna never meet in life, and turned that almost to a death sentence. So when I seen that, I knew, man, this ain't the place for me because the mentality of how they thinking, my thought process is way above that. So
Wait, did they even know her or not?
no, there was a
Oh, that's like me and some random bitch being like, oh, Meek Mill's mine. No, he's mine. Like that? Oh, wow, yeah.
You looking at Bad Boy, you talking about Will Smith, your girl, your boyfriend, and somebody say y'all get in a cat fight and stab each other, right?
Damn, I'd have to be so bored to do that, but I feel like I'd fight a bitch if I'm bored enough, but I don't know, stabbing, yeah, that's a little too real for me. It's like,
Right, yeah,
shit.
exactly, yeah. So yeah, stuff crazy like that.
How often was there like fights though?
Oh, it's fights a lot. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then you get some stabbings, you know what I'm saying? But fighting a lot because everything there's a lot of tension in it. Everybody protecting every little thing, every word you say to them, they like that's disrespectful. Anything you do, they trying to protect their little ego and protect whatever brand they trying to put out there. So fighting and stuff like that happens a lot. So stabbing and the killing part, that comes, periodically, but it's going to come at least once or twice a month, you know what I'm saying? But, far as the stabbing, you know what I'm saying? Somebody dying might be, 2 or 3 times a year, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of action because everybody's frustrated. You get off the phone with your girl, you couldn't contact her for 2 days, then you bringing that back in the unit, you know what I'm saying? Somebody came from court, he about looking at 20 years, he thought he's looking at 5, so all this tension is in one place.
Yeah, I think women don't even know like what it feels like because when you're doing a bit with someone, you kind of feel like you're there with him, but you're not. You don't even know what it's like because you get to leave at the end of the day. He can't.
You gotta leave it in there, right? And little small things you have to do to comfort his mind, which is crazy because at the end of the day, you guys didn't do the crime, so you shouldn't have to do the time to that degree, right? But a lot of times you gotta know your spouse and know where his mindset at. You can ease his mind because man, you'd be surprised that guys that get on the phone because they girl answering the phone and they go get in a full-fledged war with somebody and get hurt or hurt somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she could have been getting her head done.
I mean, for me, at the time, I think I ended up doing the bit with my ex because even though I was gonna leave him right before he went in, once he went in, I couldn't kick him while he was down, so I kind of chose to go through it, and I don't regret it now, because it did teach me a lot, but it's not easy.
Right. Can
But
I ask you something concerning what you just said?
yeah.
When do you think is it any adequate time, or when you think if you're going to bed with a dude, and of course, some women, fall, in life, and might get the banging with somebody else. So, what's the special time you think a lady should stay with a dude before they feel like they might step out on him and do something? You think there's a time limit on that, or what you thinking?
It depends on the situation, I guess, but for me, I don't know. It was like I kind of just died with that. You know how you feel like you kind of like die, like everyone forgets about you? That's kind of how I felt. Like I just like kind of forgot about the world. And the year he did, I kind of did the year just being home, picking up every phone call, going to every visit 3 times a week, then having to go upstate. That's like first it was 2 hours, then the 10-hour away. So as soon it was over, literally the day he came home, we fucked, and then I deaded it the next day.
Okay.
So, I don't know. In my situation, I just couldn't kick him while he was down because I don't know. It was a different situation. But after that, I told myself like I'll never do that again. But I'm of course I'm probably gonna end up doing that. I don't know. I think the last thing you want to do is really antagonize somebody that's down because even not answering the phone one time, he could really give himself like another 20 years just because of you. So.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It's a tough thing. It's a tough orange to peel,
Yeah.
But,
I mean, if you love someone, I think you either do it or don't do it. Because women always stick around, but they're doing them on the side. If you're going to do that, don't even stick around. Just stop picking up the phone. I promise. The day he comes home, he will call you. But, and I've noticed that, like, and don't do it if you're doing it to get him to marry you and have a baby with you. That's not going to happen regardless. And a man doesn't owe you shit. Women like to be like, oh, but I stayed down for you. No, you didn't. You were sucking dick on the side anyway, first of all. And secondly, what does that mean? He has to come home and right away put a ring on it? Like, he's now realizing, like, okay, shit, now I'm back. I'm trying not to get rearrested. But women, the minute they see you're not, like, putting a ring on it the same day you get out, they're like, oh, fuck it, I'm calling his PO. He's not doing shit anyway.
Yeah.
So...
You know what you know. A lot of that go on. You know what you know with that one, yes.
So if you're not willing to really go through it with a man and be patient, don't do it. Because you're going to cause him to go back to jail. in my
Right,
opinion.
yeah. And then a lot of times, like when guys come home and they be looking for employment, so the person they live with, they beat their back so hard to get employment so fast, right? They've been gone all those years. They need that adjustment time. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like I tell women, sometimes you might do all the labor. You might find a job for them, find a place to go do this, and go down and get the application, and then you come home from work and he didn't do it, or he come back flustered because in that beginning time, he still got mental illness he dealing with far as how somebody's talk to him and speak with him. So that first initial time, you might got to go with him through the whole process and calm him down while he in line, calm him down when they talking to him because he not used to that. He used to COs getting loud with him, and he like, who the hell you talking to? And all those flashbacks come when he down the license place trying to get his ID, right? So you got to really be delicate with him in that beginning stage and kind of hold their hand until they get it going. Then you can kind of release it and send them back into society, right? But that mental health key is real big with all this stuff.
That's why I say if you're gonna do it, be with a man you really love, because in order to really stick around for that, you have to love a man even when he's broke, because that will happen eventually anyway. So if you only like him for what he could do for you, you're better off just don't
Yeah.
stick around. But
Right.
that, because, and I think in that situation, a man just has to find the right woman. You have to also have a woman that understands what PTSD is, what anxiety is, what,
That's low.
you know,
That's low. That's low. And we all suffer from it.
all of us.
Even if you ain't go to jail, if you just grew up in a hood, or what you call a hood, you got some type of side effects from it. So that you spoke something real big right there. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, you have to really understand his anxiety and be there and be gentle with it, because sometimes women expect men to be tough. And it's like, the same way you want to cry, sometimes your man might want to cry, and you can't look down on him for that. You have to be there. Otherwise, that's not your man.
Yes. Yeah, you can't hold it against him. If he that vulnerable around you, man, you can't hold that against him. You know what I'm saying? Once when you get mad at the guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, that's tough. But I agree with that.
What do you think was the hardest part coming home for you?
Um, I really can't say what was the hardest part. I guess
Like, was sleeping in a bed hard because you're not used to it anymore?
No, no. I guess the hardest part coming home because you're reading so much what's going on in your city, so you seeing a different change as far as the crime and the violence. So me adjusting to the people, I've been gone away from 4.5 years. You hearing different stories about this person went bad, he ended up telling, or this person set somebody up and got him killed. And you're like, man, he did that, or she did that. So now it's like relearning people all over again. So just relearning people all over again, and watching their movement. So I guess that was the hardest part because I had to put everybody under the microscope. Nobody wasn't above the microscope, family and friends. So just relearning people over again. I'll say that.
Yeah. Who was the one person you remember that kind of kept you sane on the phone while you were in there?
Oh man, I had my man Charlie, little Charlie, was there every time I call. You make all my 3 line calls, getting messages to people. So I can always call him, have my ear to the street, what's going on. So I say him. He was the most person that kept me sane in there.
Did you have a girl at the time that you were talking to that?
I had a girl I was talking to, but for real, at that time I was 20, getting money. So I wasn't favored. I had multiple girls, but she was considered the main girl. So that happened to be a gift for me not winning because being as my mind wasn't attached to one girl, I was able to make multiple calls versus some people that had one girl, it drove them crazy. Like dudes getting ball spot in their head, beefing like we said earlier. So it's like, so when somebody don't answer, I just go to the next person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of helped me. It probably wasn't a good thing for her, but it's a good thing for me to, have different
She
people.
don't need to know. I tell everyone a man has to have at least like 3, 5 maybe girls, because at any point she might just stop picking up and then you're really gonna go crazy. But if you have 5, like, the next bitch might pick up, or you always have that one loyal bitch who's more of a friend than anything. Like that's probably the one that.
Yeah, and women changed that little time changed my mind with women from this aspect because when you young, everything is like my man before anything. My man come before everybody. Like, that's the saying that we kind of push in our head. But when I was locked up, like every girl I kind of deal with used to send me $25 a month, so I was getting $200, $300, $400 a month from women. A dude never sent me nothing. Like they made all my calls, made all my earns, so it gave me a different perspective how they be down with you during adverse moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men say they down with you, but they doing them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but the women, so it made me say, I got to reevaluate that. So now, even to the day, I break a lot of bread with women and do stuff with them as far as a loyal sort that I didn't do before. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be loyal. Because people gonna be humans. People gonna fuck. They gonna do everything they need to do. I don't get caught in that. As long as we understand who we are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You call me, you know what I'm saying, and you know, and I can call you, count you. That's all that count to me. All the other stuff is tribulous.
Do you feel like that because of being in jail, like let's say you get a jail call now, you have to answer it no matter what?
You feel that obligation, but then sometimes you had guys that's so abusive on that. Like you tell them, so I'm here, but you can't keep calling me every day, all day, because you try and get this money sent in. I gotta have that time to do that, right? So then now, so it's like, but you feel an obligation to do it because you're in the struggle. But you know, people that understand it, they won't beat your phone like that. But dudes that beat your phone all the time, like I can't cater to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have a friend, he would call me every other day and be like, yo,
Right.
FaceTime my baby mom's, not FaceTime, a three-way. And I would be like, bro, fine. And I would get so mad because it's like, bro, you're asking me every other day. Your baby mom's a sucking dick. What do you want me to tell you? But
Right.
I would still do it because I couldn't. But yo, that and you feel like, how can you say no almost? You know what I mean? But after a while, it does get like, damn, but I have to answer, like, no matter what.
Right, yeah. Then you feel the obligation, but when people on the phone talking crazy and nonsense, like I hang up on. Like you know how somebody might be trying to give you some code words, do some shit. Like, man, go check on such. I just hang up because I done been through them cases where they got experts that say this mean that mean that. They like, damn man, you hung up. I say, yeah man, my phone went out. Like you say anything dumb, I just hang up. I don't be trying to be like, man, what you talking about? What you mean?
Yeah.
I think you trying to give me some cold shit. I'm just gonna hang up. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't respecting my freedom and what I'm trying to do.
What I don't understand is sometimes I'd be seeing people on a phone call knowing that it's being recorded and they'll still be like confessing to shit. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I would have, and who the fuck is on the other side of the phone? I would have been banged it. Like, goodbye, bro. What are you talking about? Now you're making me what is that called? An accomplice. And I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, you right. And some on the wall, it's on the wall where they be on the phone. I know when I was there, they have a sign that say, these calls are being recorded right there.
And they'll
right
still confess. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Shit. What was the first thing you ate?
Oh, when I first came home, I forgot what I ate. I want to say, I ate a McDonald's fish and cheese.
Yeah, I'm getting McDonald's. I don't know why McDonald's. I want like fries, McFlurry.
Right.
If the machine's not working, I'm going back to jail. Cause what do you mean the machine's not working? Not. And like two cheeseburgers and nuggets.
The McDonald's everywhere, so you gonna find whatever town you in. They gonna be you gonna ride past them before you ride past anything, right? I was like, man, get me in that joint, yeah.
I seen recently somebody in prison try to order Wendy's or was it Domino's to the prison, and I'm like, why don't they let you do that? Because there's so many like ways to get like food to prisoners. There should be like a DoorDash, just like a prison dash.
Man, hey, you wanted something right there. But the prison just got to make sure they get the cut off their eat, so they gonna if they contract with them, they'll get that money.
As long as they get a cut, because you know, like prison is the #1 way America's making money.
Right, yes. Oh my God. Don't be in there telling me you boycotting unicorn. They'll lock you down for that. You said, man, they only paying that little bit of money. You get to talking to people, they lock your ass down because it's just legalized slavery for real.
Literally, that's what it feels like. Because it's like, even how you said that you did it, they're like, they need to get something out of you. Like, and what's more valuable than your time? There's nothing. Your money's not even, you can't even compare because money comes and goes. Your time, once it's gone, that's it. And it's like, what do you mean they need time from me? Like, they need something? Like as if, you know what I mean? Like, you're paying with your life, literally.
Right, exactly. Time the most precious thing you have in the streets or locked up. Like, that's one thing I don't really play about. Everything else, money, all the other stuff you can get again, but that clock don't go backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, when did you start promoting? Like, how long after you got out?
I kind of count. I count in summer '92. I started promoting in '93, so I got right off and running. I had a lot. Like I said, I had a lot of street credibility and a lot of people that knew me. So I said, what can I do to turn that to some legal money? You know what I'm saying? So I just threw a coming home party, and the response was so strong. I just kept on running with them.
That's lit. That's a great idea.
Right, yeah.
Because the whole goal is to come home and not have to go back, but it's so hard to find a way to make legal money because it's like it's designed for you to fail. Like it's almost like they want you to fail and just go back.
Right, yeah, And like I say, but back then, the early '90s, it was a lot of harder. But now, though, with this social media and the world wide web like that, like you can tap in anywhere in the world and make money. You know what I'm saying? So you know the chance of making money is way more greater than it was in the early '90s. So I always tell a young dude, man, look, just do some investigation. You got the whole world in your phone. You know, access to the whole world right in your hand, your back pocket. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, so you definitely get some money out of it some type of way.
Do you feel like a lot of the women that were around you at the time were more into you because of your? You said you had a lot of street cred.
Right? Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think that was
Yeah.
like the part of it was that's why they wanted you? Was like, oh, like, he's been in jail. Women. It's like we like things we're not supposed to, but for some reason, it's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that I would say that was it was more percentage of that. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely say 65-35. You know what I'm saying? Like because your credibility, your capability of getting fast dollars, getting into loans and sections that they know can get in by themselves. Yeah, so I definitely wanted to lose you to that. You know what I'm saying? So but it just you still can find some women that meet you that way, and you still can find a good apple out of them because you know what I'm saying. After you get to really know them, they get to really know you. You know what I'm saying? They reengage some of their engagement. They rearrange how they engage you. But yeah, that definitely got me in a lot of doors of the popularity and all that, even to the day. So I'm definitely not naive to that. The hotter you are, the more accessible people want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a saying, like try to keep your hand hot. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So back to Curbone TV. So you had DJ Vlad on there, and then I
Oh
seen you
yeah,
on DJ Vlad.
yeah. I had I interviewed on his show, so I just told him while he was interviewing me live, I was like, look, man, I came on your joint. You gonna come on my joint? So he know to my surprise, he said, yeah, and
That's dope.
so we yeah. Interviewed him, live in the studio. I rented some studio space down there, interviewed him live, and he was pretty, to be true with you, he was pretty cool based on the stuff I heard. I was expecting a different type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? But the vibe actually was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Vlad's been in hip hop for a long, long time. I remember when he
Right,
was
right,
still Vlad the Butcher back in the days
right,
when he was DJing. So, but that's
right.
dope because he really don't be doing that for a lot of people.
A lot of people got him. I see now he did a few since then, but it was like I was kind of wonder, especially somebody with an up and coming platform that wasn't even out there with all those subscribers like that, right? So I kind of respected him, kind of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't had to give it up, that obligation to do that. But yeah, but I definitely it was a cool experience. But it would tell you something real funny with that when I met him, when I was setting the platform up, it was an older white guy came in there. He just peeked his head in and say, hey, I'm supposed to meet Vlad here. Is it okay for me to watch? And we say, cool, you can chill out. So he's sitting there, we setting the shit up. He's looking around. We make a small conversation with him. Just look like a little dingy little old white dude. So he says left out. So he left out. Vlad come back. He come back in and sit back down. And next though he leaned back. He got a big old pistol on his hip. Changed his whole persona. He didn't change his look, but his persona. He came in and gave me a laid back older dude, just a fan. The next you know, he got right security mode. So I'm saying to myself, I say, Vlad had to do come to cases out and check the vibe all right. And it's so funny because the old dude was so crafty, I never picked him up for being security. I picked him up as a friend. But when he came in, his whole stomach chain, he got on security time. So I kind of chuckled to myself. But I ain't had no intention on doing nothing foul. I was want to take advantage of the moment.
That's some Russian shit right there. Like, if anything, they'd have a bitch like me sitting there, because you'd never expect me, and I'd be like the one really there to end your shit.
Exactly. So yeah, that was a laughable moment. Exactly.
But a lot of people need to take a lesson out of your book, because some people would get nervous to even ask him that, thinking, what if he says no? But what if he says yes,
Right. Oh
So,
yeah. No. I'm always looking for opportunity. I ain't never been scared of people, no nationality. Being I was in the clothes business, I deal with all nationalities. My kid's mom, Indian descent. So I always and I was young, and then we traveling the country young from 15 to 16. So I like all type of food. So I'm always trying to learn outside my hood, because I know the world was a bigger place. So I embrace change. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was good.
That's how I feel. I'm like, bro, I didn't leave Russia to only be around Russians. Like, I love the fact that there's so many cultures and so many different people living in New York or, anywhere pretty much where you have different races around you. Cause, whoops. I could only imagine what it would have been like just growing up around just Russian Jews. That would have not been fun. Just eating Russian food my whole life? No, thank you. So when did you start Old Daz?
I started All Days in 1998.
Okay.
1990, the summer 1998. I started All Days clothing line because I'm a big guy, as you can see. And a lot of people say I had a little style, a lot of flair. So I started my clothing line. I started attacking bigger guys, trying to get them a slick little look. Then I started getting my brand up, and people started buying into it. Then I started getting the smaller size. I kind of went backwards. I went large size to smaller size versus smaller size to larger size.
Yeah, no, that's cool because in reality though, women love like a XL. Like who wants a man who you have to buy him a medium? We don't like that. And if you have a six pack, goodbye.
Okay. I take it.
What are your favorite colors to use, you think?
Well, in this early DMV, our favorite colors is black and gray. So I start over black and gray. We did everything around that. We got a love history with the New Balance tennis shoe, the gray tennis shoe that came out in the early '80s. That was
Yeah.
like our Balenciaga was back there. In 1982, they was like $130. So that was our little special shoe. So we had a love affair for that. So we kind of brand a lot of colors around that. And then the multicolors, as you can see, I don't know if you see the shirt.
Yeah.
We do a lot of multicolors so you can match up any shoe. So black would be the number one color to answer the question that I like to, build stuff around.
Yeah. It's so much easier to get fly, like when you're wearing like black, gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Miami, it's not easy to get fly. You got to be naked. How fly is that? Not
Right,
really.
And black cheat a little for you. Black can take about 4 or 5 pounds off you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right?
Versus another color,
Yeah.
It's another color. Yeah, exactly.
Who do you think your dream guest would be for your show?
Oh, that's a good question. My dream guest would probably be that's living would probably be LeBron James. Like my top person in this order would be LeBron James. Then my second one, believe it or not, would be Kim Kardashian's mom.
Kris Jenner.
Yeah, Kris Jenner. I just think she's a cold-blooded hustler, and you know what I'm saying. And she kept her eye on the prize. She took a negative conversation situation and turned it to a billionaire. Like I'm just floored by that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So them two off the breakaway would probably be my top 2 people that I want to in that order.
No, Kris Jenner, I need to pick her brain. I'm like, wait.
Oh my God.
Teach me. Because I know in my situation, if my dad's a great businessman, but if I was to accidentally have a porn tape leaked, he's not helping me make money off of that. He'll beat my ass. So I can't, but I have nothing bad to say about her because not every woman could marry a very wealthy man. What up, AP Louis? Marry a rich man and then say, you know what? I could be the rich man. Fuck that.
Yeah, motherfucker, right. And then you turn multiple doors into billionaires, not one like that. Close to billion, the other one's multi-millionaires. You got a lifetime brand, like that's crazy. Like a lot of people get in a situation and when that adversity comes, they just lay down. She said, "Okay, all right, we're in a fucked up spot, but how can we flip this and make it fruitful for us?" And man, she did it like no other.
So Kris Jenner, why LeBron though? I mean, besides him being LeBron, and I have so much respect for him because he never got caught cheating.
Right, yeah.
That's not easy nowadays, especially.
Right, yeah.
I'll even get caught cheating, and I don't even cheat. How the fuck did he do it? So why LeBron?
I like LeBron, man, because LeBron, he been here before. When I say that, you hear a lot of dudes talking that shit about, man, the whole team got to eat, right? But if you take a survey and look at people in their team, your whole team not eating. His whole team not only eating, but he gave them their own identity. Like they had their own franchise of being a billion dollar companies. He also, man, a hell of a leader. He changed the mindset of athletes. And I say this, like Michael Jordan, I respect him. I respect all the athletes before him. But them guys, I call them, they employees of the month. He made athletes start thinking like an LLC. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and that's why I feel like he gets so much shitty bad promo because the powers that be, like, we can't make this dude a poster child because he making minorities think as a business instead of thinking as employees. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's just a bad man. He been here before. I think he been here before. That's what I think.
Is there any podcast you would like to go on that you haven't been on yet?
Oh man, that's a good one. I used to think $1,000,000 for game because I just like how Wallow, the stuff he talk about, the topic he talk about.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got a good understanding of that demographic. So I would have said Wallow. $1,000,000 for game. I wouldn't have mind with that, especially with him. So that on the breakaway, I'll say that right there. Used to be like I used to like Breakfast Club too, but it kind of like the format don't seem that the energy don't seem the same to me like that.
Yeah, like radio used to be the number one. Now it's like podcast streams.
Right.
Yeah, because even like I have to ask myself, when's the last time I watched Breakfast Club? Maybe like a month ago, accidentally. But $1,000,000 worth of game, bro. Especially if I'm dating someone, I'm waking up at 6 in the morning to listening to it every day. It's like jail dudes wake up at 5 a.m. right away, put $1,000,000 worth of game. That's how you're waking up.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I actually interviewed Wallow on my show, and it was a nice, one hell of an interview. But we even talked more off camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His energy, his mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like people just trying to go places and not really afraid to open the gate or pass no jewels back. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's somebody that I really respect. So I would love to get on there and change jewels with him on his platform.
Yeah, you gotta respect someone that could do it from nothing, cause it's easy when somebody gives you like $1,000,000 as a loan, like here, try something. But it's another thing when you literally just get out of jail and say, bro, I'm gonna turn this cell phone into like $100,000,000, and to actually do it is
Yes. Yeah. And a lot of dudes, like when you come from that environment, your peer pressure on because you don't want like I'm coming off like a clown. Like he wasn't concerned about what nobody think.
Yeah.
And you believe it or not, it's a lot of gangster dudes, it's a lot of dudes that's really concerned about how the people perceiving them, right?
and then you can't win.
Yeah. So I respect Slim to the fullest, man. He went out there, got that money. Now he a whole brand and speaking all over the country and all over the world, man. So man, look, bad boy, man, bad boy.
Wait, so if you could speak anywhere, where would you speak?
Oh man, damn! Yeah, you getting deep on me. Oh man, I wouldn't, man. If I could speak anywhere,
Would it be at your old high school, maybe at a college, maybe at the prison that you were at?
yeah, probably a college, a college, and a big college like a Harvard or a big college because I did something years ago down at George Washington University. I did. They sent me that. I did a DVD and they watched it. So when they came down, they was future lawyers and future DAs. So they had all these questions about the mindset of people coming through the hood, the case, a lot of back behind scenes. So I enjoyed that from a standpoint questioning answer joint. So so I really enjoyed it. So I wouldn't mind doing some of that magnitude.
Yeah, I could see that happening, and they pay people good. So I think they need to start doing that way more. Like I see Project Pat, even he goes from prison to prison and talks to people. That's so needed. And for people that just got out and they're doing something with their lives, I think they need to let people and then why not pay them? Because it's like, why make it hard for a person to even make money instead of just let a person tell their story, how they overcame it, so everyone else doesn't have to go through the same thing.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's somebody else's experience. That's the name of my show, is Changing Jewels. So the reason I say that because I want your jewel. I want somebody to look at my jewel and say, "Damn, she did that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, she did that. Well, I'm not afraid. I can do that." So, and you'd be surprised. The most smallest thing you might share can be something big to somebody else, right? So it's like that's why stuff like this dialogue I really really respect.
And you don't know, maybe even you telling your story right now, someone that just got out is listening, saying, "Wow, okay, so if he did it, maybe I could do it too."
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't never let nobody tell you nothing different. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing different. Like everybody, God made everybody uniquely to who they are. You know what I'm saying? So it don't be a lot of times people be so busy looking at somebody else's yard saying, "Damn, they got all them flowers and trees over there. They're not even watering their own grass." You know what I'm saying? It's like and sometimes you can't even. You be surprised some of the biggest people you admire, the stuff they did to get right there. I always tell my man, like, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to go suck a dick? Are you willing to go set a nigga up? You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to go do this shit? So be help what you want because you don't know how people got there where they got there. You know what I'm saying? So as I say, water your own grass.
Oh, we see that a lot lately, especially in what I do. It's a lot of people
Yeah,
sucking dick to get where they want to get. And for me, I'm like,
yeah.
I'd rather be a bum at that point.
Yeah. I rather pump gas. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I got to tell people, they say generational wealth. I get that. I want generational wealth like everybody else, but I also want to use. I want to leave generational credibility to my kids. So not when I pass her, they gonna say, Miles say, "Oh, that's Kurt Mo's daughter. Let her in. That dude was honorable. What she need? Give her that job." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll take the money, but I also want credibility. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to need. He's like, "Oh, that piece of shit. Smack the shit out of her. Don't let her in. Don't let her run. You know what I'm saying?" So people just do anything for that money, and in a minute they're about to take money out of circulation. So you know they gonna push a button and take all your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I seen that Warren Buffett is selling off his shares for Bank of America, and that's crazy because a year ago my father told me that soon banks are gonna go bankrupt, and you don't want to keep more than 250,000 in each account because
Each
that's
account.
that's the only thing you're gonna get. So if you have $1 million in your account, you're losing that 750.
Right, yeah. And that's loyalty gave up right there because I just found out years ago, but I know a guy hit the number for over $1 million, the dude he got to handle his finances. He found multiple banks. They put 250 each bank for those same reasons you saying. 'Cause that's the only thing they gonna secure. So it's like a lot
Yeah.
of people don't know. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So you just gave us law right there.
Yeah. No, I don't know shit. If it wasn't for my dad, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing right now, to be honest. So,
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? Then you got to rebut it. You say he helping you make money in another way. Then.
yeah. Yeah, I'll just sell crack to my neighbors. Fuck them. Oh, yeah. And we have to talk about youth violence.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's something I'm real passionate about. You know, that's something that's plaguing us all over the country. That's not even to Miami or New York or DC. That's all over the country. It's even being for the rap so big. It's even going international. You seeing guys from England and London imitate what they saying in Chicago. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
you ever had somebody with an England accent rob you? Hey, mate, give me your shit.
You go on a vacation, and they pull you out, they rob you. Use the same language you use, right? But I think that's something. The mental health piece of that is deep. You know, a lot of like when we came up, you always heard the thing, a lot of fatherless kids, which is still true today. But now you have a lot of fatherless and motherless kids due to drugs and different stuff like that. So a lot of these youngins, they actually raising themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell dudes, I'm not sanctioning or okaying kids robbing and taking, but the work I do, I'm actually in their house. So I open their refrigerator up, they don't have nothing, like nothing. Like now I ain't talking about no soda, no chips. It's empty. You know what I'm saying? Then they got a little daughter on the ground, they mother on drugs, so they really trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's deeper than what the eye can see. It's a lot of sexual stuff going on with molestation and
Yeah.
you know kids on kids. So it's a deep, serious thing. So and they just don't know. So it's like, man, we got to really do a better job and embrace them. Don't be afraid of them. Pour your expertise to them, man, and hug them and try to love them and just say one at a time. But this shit is real, and the rate we going now, man, I don't even know. I'm scared to see what the next 20 years gonna look like.
Yeah. Do you think it's a lot of people not having fathers in their life or not having someone to look up to maybe and they kind of go to the streets or
Yeah. The father figure definitely tough, and the male figure, period. Because even back in my day, you didn't have a father figure. You still had a coach, you had an uncle, you had an old dude out in the neighborhood. They don't have no father figure. They got their mom. You know, mom. They gonna be there to do thick and thin. You know, Jeffrey Dahmer mother probably was in court. Now they 18. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So you gonna have. They got their mother. They got their POs. Females. The guards in the jail. Females. Everything female. So they just used to that type of mentality and that feminine emotional, let me say emotional mentality, right? So even if you talk to them and you raise your voice at a certain pitch, you're not even getting smart. Your voice just raised. Who you talk to like that, OG? Because they're not used to nobody talk to them in that tone, like short. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
a deep joint.
Yeah, there's something about a man that goes like, "Yes, ma'am." That I'm like, "Oh, your mom kind of raised you right."
Oh yeah.
But then there's times where I feel like the mom will let you do whatever you want, and that's how kids kind of end up getting in trouble. It's like you can't be too strict, but then again, you can't not be strict at all because
Exactly. And you gotta let a male get made life. You gotta let, even if you
yeah,
want to do, don't get along. He broke your heart, whatever that shit is. If he a decent dude, let him meet his father because he gotta find out some of his traits in his side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not gonna find all the traits in your side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta let him be open to men, coaches, uncles, somebody. You can't much as you super mom, but you can't. Some things you can't do. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You can't.
certain things you like. I feel like I grew up without a mother, so there's certain things, a mom wasn't there to teach me, but I really needed my dad. I think in my situation, like he really just knowing I had someone to disappoint, and I think if my mom raised me, I'd be in jail right now because I wouldn't care
Yeah.
what the fuck. She
Yeah.
would have
Yeah.
not been concerned with
Yeah.
what I was doing anyway. So you need a role model.
Yeah, just a dad voice alone. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
mother might be in there trying to wake you up 5 times to go to school. Your father hollered at one time. Man,
Yeah.
you better
No,
mother
when my
wake up.
dad called, you get the fuck up and you go. He's like, I'm your father. I don't care. You get up.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Do you have kids of your own?
Yeah. I actually got 4 kids. I got 3 daughters, 30, 29, 28. They all college graduates, and I got a son, 20. We just turned 22, and he graduated in December. And that's actually my highlight of my whole life. Just seeing him get to that, because I got a GED in Louisiana on the
Yeah.
compound, Oakdale, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That's still
that
good.
was
A lot
something.
of people don't even end up getting a GED. That's not
Right.
easy.
Right, yeah, oh yeah. Now I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that, and I'm not for truthfully that um um degrees is cool. It's just like I tell them, I just want you to have something to separate you from the average person y'all trying to go in position for. That degree gonna separate you from me, a GED do somebody don't have it. But you can make money without a degree. You know what I'm saying? That's not the be all.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, but unless you're gonna be a lawyer or doctor, you don't need to go to college, in my opinion. I didn't need to go for business when I could have just
Right.
asked my father a few things and I would have learned way more.
Right, exactly. I just think what I think college is good for, my perspective, I haven't been a day. It's the networking. You meet people
Yeah.
all over the country, so now you can go to Houston. You can go. You got a girl in LA. You got a joint, and you can see what's going on in the world. That's what I think. But like you say, the degree is not, it's not what it was once before, because this
Yeah.
what we doing right now gives you opportunity to make money in so many ways.
Your network is your net worth. It's literally
Yeah,
about who you
that's right.
know that could put you in
Right.
the right situation versus, and I think smart is so important because there's a lot of book smart people who get violated every day. And I see it and I'm like, bro, how stupid can you be? Like, it's like they have no common sense. I think you need a little bit of both.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's crazy how it's like you only learn about how many good books there are once you get in a situation where you have nothing else to do but read. And I always ask people, like, what's one of your favorite books that you read that you
Right.
kind of take it with you?
Right, yeah. I read a lot of novels when I was locked up. It's funny because they got a book that they talk. It's called the 48 Laws of Power, 48 Powers of Laws.
Yeah, I'm still reading that over now.
Right, and I actually didn't read it all the way through. It's funny that I glanced through it and skimmed through it, and I say one of them will read it all the way, but last of they were saying, me just being around the older guys in the pool room, on the golf course, I used to caddy, run for the crap gang, stores, earns for the guys in the crap house. I learned a lot of those philosophies just from them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? At a 12, 13, 14 years old. So I'm like, damn, like this teaching that you can get in the streets is broad. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of stuff they saying, I'm hearing people is 30 that, yeah, man, you gotta read that. They said, be prepared how to conquer this. And I was like, damn, I was taught that by a dude, a pimp in the crap house when I was 13. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's nothing like you say, that street experience is huge if you can apply it the right way.
yeah, it really is. So, where can we find you again? Your channel is Curdbone
My
TV.
channel is Curtbone TV. That's CURTBONE TV. That's on YouTube. The show is called Changing Jewels, but the channel is called Curtbone TV. Also, my Instagram page is Curtbone, same spelling, _DC. And I got my clothing line is my it's
Old
All
Ass.
Days. Yeah. Really
Am I
All
saying it
Days.
wrong? Old Days?
Yeah, see,
Oh.
you said, see the long line of A.
Yeah. A.
That changed the sounding of it, right? But if you said it right, you take it off as All Days. So,
Yeah.
the All Days, ALLDAZ gear on Instagram and website. So all those three right there, you can definitely find me. But
And what's the
that's
next party for people in DC?
I just had a party in June, an all-white party last month at the Western Hotel. So my birthday coming up in February. So I got the MGM Hotel MGM, so we're gonna do their ballroom.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
lit.
that's in February, right?
That's a blessing. Yeah, my dad's in February too. You're Pisces?
No, I'm Aquarius.
Okay, lit. What are Aquarius is
daughter-
like? I'm Taurus, so we're loyal but stubborn.
Oh man, my son, my two, one of my two favorite people told my son and my stepfather, and y'all great when y'all great, but y'all some bulls when
I'm crazy.
y'all position. Y'all stubborn as shit, right?
Yeah, I'm stubborn, but everybody but my dad. Because my dad, even if he's wrong, he's right, because that's my dad, so I don't have a choice,
Right.
apparently.
Yeah. But Corey, we in our head, like we overthink. We creative. We need creative space. We good listeners. Everybody. If you say somebody, my dad said they good friends of Corey, we good listeners, give out decent feedback. But we overthinkers in the long term thing, and they say that a lot of Corey, we so much in our head. Like you said, a lot of people you see on the street talk to themselves. A lot of them be Aquarius, and a lot of people that you see consider genius to be Aquarius because we just in our head all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's our little MO, and we love creativity.
I talk to myself, but that's just the bipolar talking to myself.
Yeah. They just say, as long as you don't answer yourself, you all right.
That's true. But thank you so much. This has been an amazing conversation. I feel like I've learned a lot, and
Okay.
I'm definitely checking. Yeah, I'm about to go right now to YouTube, Curbone TV, and I'm definitely looking at Old Days or Old Daz.
All days, all days.
Old Days. Yeah, I'm getting some fly shit because right now I'm just wearing corny shit.
You good, and then hopefully one day you be in a DMV area, I can get you on the couch and put you on the show.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, of course. We're working. So anytime you need me, anytime you want to come back, please do.
Okay, that's a bet. Thanks for having me and everything.
Thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you.
Okay, you as well.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Damn Homie Show Behind Bars. We're still streaming on YouTube at Damn Homie Show. So if you want to check it out, I always stay on for another 10 minutes and talk my shit. But this has been one of my favorite interviews so far. That's definitely going to YouTube right now and checking it out. Thank you guys again for watching. Yay. Okay. Wait. That's why I don't sit in skirts. Oh yeah, that was my favorite so far. I feel like I was not prepared at all because his manager hit me like 30 minutes before and gave me a few things to talk about. I think from now on I'm going to request that everybody has a few notes. Like he said, talk about his YouTube, promoter, DC influencer. I think that's when I missed youth violence and Old Days, or Old Daz. I'm sorry. But he was so cool. Yo, his YouTube channel is good. Because very interesting. Yo, that was dope. Okay, add Kurt Boom DC interview. Oh shit, yeah, and I have to write Behind Bars. And I usually call my dad after, but I already spoke to my dad earlier today. I called him at 8 in the morning because every time I wait till 4:20, he's already asleep because it's an 8-hour difference. So for me, it's 4 p.m. For him, it's already 12 in the morning. So he's definitely asleep. Sometimes my mom be awake, but I might call my mom in a minute. Behind Bars, Curb on DC interview. Okay. Invite collaborators. He was so cool. Yo, I could have stayed on longer, but I always get nervous that we're going to get cut off. So I'm like, you have an hour, so use it. Okay. So collaborators, and then I'm going to collab with my other account, Damn Homie Show. And I just want to say, yo, even though today I woke up, yesterday I had something really fucked up happen. Someone who I really considered a very good friend of mine did something to me that is not very nice, not very neighborly, but you know what? That's life. Always remember it could happen at any second, and you just gotta remember it's literally life. So the fact that I even have my father and I trust him, and like I don't trust no one but my dad, and that just reminded me why. But it's all good. Because God sees everything, and karma is so real, and the tables always turn. Remember that. Always. And people like me, bro, we always, you already know what the fuck. But he was fucking cool, okay? Honestly, I love when you meet someone and they just exceed your expectations. It's like, wow, like, I would actually love if, my kid was in college and he came to speak. That's so necessary. I don't think people understand how important it is. And I say that about Project Pat because that's what I'm dying to do, bro. I mean, I feel like that would be very unsafe. Like, it would be like a security breach because I'd be like, yo, they wouldn't let me do any. They'll probably put me in a cage and be like, all right, here, you could talk to people, but you have to stay in the cage. They don't have to, and they just be around me. But I'll be like, no, what do you mean? I want to shake hands. I want to give people, like, yo. But okay, wait. Invite, accept collab. Okay. Lit. Oh, did he accept it? Yay. Okay, cool. Can every guest please be like him? He was so entertaining and it was like a back and forth. And the fact that he asked me a question, yo, whenever I do that in an interview, the interview always goes better because no one's expecting you to ask them a question, like especially if I'm giving the interview, but that's what makes the interview better is when you do a little bit of back and forth. And he was so easy to talk to, mad entertaining. And I just hope everyone, I already know that's not gonna happen because I know there's gonna be few people, but I don't know. So far, everyone's had a great story, but he's definitely a personality. Like, he's someone who belongs on a show, and you could tell because he does what I do. Like, when I want an interview, I'm gonna ask. The worst thing you could say is no. So for him to hit when he was getting a thing with DJ Vlad and say, hey, let me interview you now, yo, I respect him so much for that because that's what I would do the same thing. I'd be like, yo, let me interview you. Fuck it, I'm already here. And the worst thing he could say is no. Like, okay, you know how many times I've heard no in my life? Millions of times I've heard no. And that's not gonna stop me from still asking, bro, because I don't know what no means. You can't know what no means at all. Yo, dope fucking conversation. Let me tell you, bro. I have so many good things to say. It's like, I'm just sad that all my guests aren't gonna be that cool. But it's okay. Yo, I have to text him or say something. Yo, thank you so much. That was my favorite one so far. You're very entertaining. I just subscribed to your YouTube channel. So fucking cool. Yo, please let everybody be this cool. And I needed that too. Like, everyone always says, thank you for letting me tell my story. I'm like, bro, I needed to talk to someone normal today because I deal with so many snakes on the daily. Sometimes you need to talk to some real motherfuckers. And I could always call my dad or my big homie, but I talk to them every day. Like, it's just, sometimes you need a reminder that there's other really great people out there. And it's like, the majority is not snakes. And if there's snakes around you, bro, stop putting yourself in that around them. That's all it is. Yo, and shout out to AJ the Menace, because yesterday I was literally recording on mute like an idiot. And he calls me and tells me, bro, you're on mute. And like, to, encourage someone to keep going when they're just starting out. Because it's so easy for someone to say, oh, damn, like, you're just starting. Like, yeah. Listen, I should have been focused on myself, but I'm always, trying to help everybody, trying to work for a company. And I think I was so focused on accomplishing certain things that I should have really just been focusing on myself. But you live and you learn. It is what it is. I actually want to get some clothes, to be honest, like, because that was lit. And you know how people, like, y'all go and pay $1,500 for a sweater, but y'all won't support your friends? Like, no, I'm the type, like, I love to see people wearing their own brand. Like, if I had a damn homie brand, I would never wear Balenciaga or Fashion Nova or anything like that. Why would I? Yo, I'm really gonna, like, start watching his shit. I'm telling you. And that's rare, because I really watch, like, 3-4 people, maybe. He's about to become number 5. Damn. With
Damn it.
Okay, and I just got a couple of text messages. Joseph said on the phone with Big Steve. Oh yeah, so we're doing an interview in 30 minutes now on YouTube for a prison talk with the homies Joseph Langton and my big homie Jay Burton. A few things about Big Steve. He was born in Colombia. Mother and father got murdered by the cartel. Hey, yo, that's crazy. Big Steve witnessed it. What? How do you, what? When I spilled my Red Bull while I was doing it, but yeah. What? Big Steve witnessed it. He was 5. He ran and got away from the cartel. 2 nuns saved his life. Wow, so that's a real thing? That seems like that would only happen in a movie. 2 nuns rescued him. Big Steve witnessed it. He got 5. He was 5. He ran and got away from the cartel. 2 nuns saved his life. He got adopted by 2 doctors in America. Now he's a millionaire. That's lit. He better let me interview him on my Instagram also. But yeah, so I'm doing it every day. We're going to be on Instagram. Originally, I was going to start doing it maybe once, twice a week. But now I'm like kind of pushing myself. Try to do it at least 5 days a week. I definitely need 1 day a week just to myself where I'm smoking weed and I'm just not doing nothing. I don't have no makeup on. Sometimes you just need like a day or 2 where you just have no makeup on and you just like look like shit. And you just lay around, you eat all day, you smoke, you just, nah. Obviously, you know, you still shower and go to the gym, but nah, if it's a Sunday and it's raining, I'm not doing nothing but smoking like that. And I can't even smoke, see? Okay, and then I told myself, no. Like, you get to do this for a living. This isn't like, oh, I have to do that. You get to do this. This is a great thing that I get to do. So I'm like, why don't you just get up, put your makeup on? How hard is it to put makeup on, bro? Do it and then go chill. And today I woke up so hungover. Oh my God. From yesterday, but I had so much fun. I haven't seen Finesse in a while. It's been like months actually. And she went to go see her family. She went back home, came back. And I'm like, yo, I haven't seen this girl in so long. Like, what the hell? I need to start. So every Wednesday, I started doing it with Mac, where we're going to link up every Wednesday and just go live and stream. And then the last time I invited Christina, and I said, yo, either way, we don't really need anyone else, but I'm going to invite people. And I'm like, yo, if you want, we're filming every Wednesday. You're more than welcome to come film with us. Then yesterday, this week, I hit Finesse up and I said, yo, why don't you come through? Me and Mac are going to be filming every Wednesday. If you ever you're bored and you just want to come have a girls' night, every Wednesday we're doing it. She came through. Yo, Finesse brought some tequila, some trees, and yo, I love Finesse. I just want to say, yo, I really missed her. I didn't realize how much I missed her till I seen her yesterday. Yo, you ever just have a good friend with a good heart and a good soul? Yeah, that's Finesse. Besides being beautiful and like perfect tits, what the hell? I love her. And Mac, yo, I'm like, I've had a good friend this whole time right under my nose, and what the hell? Who's I hanging out with? But whatever. I feel like the people I have around me now, I'm happy. Oh, okay. So next Wednesday, Mac's coming, and then this girl, what's her name? Christina something. It's this beautiful girl, this black girl that was on. I remember Adam posted her because I think she was on Plug Talk, or I don't know what she was on, but everybody was like, "Who is that?" Because she's bad. She's not bad. She's bad. And I say that like if I was a man, I'd probably date black women because white girls to me, it's like, you're all the same. And yes, including myself, even though I'm not white, I'm Russian. You're still white though. So you know what I'm saying. Like white girls to me are like, nothing special. Even like, But a black woman that's beautiful, it's like, yo, it's you're not gonna that's natural too. Like black women, it's like they're born naturally beautiful, and then white bitches are like, ooh, let me get my lips done, let me get my ass done, let me get, you know what I mean? Like, so it is crazy that you're the superior race, and it's like America just goes out of their way to try to like hold you down from being that. Like, oh, we know you're superior to us, so we're gonna have to, hold you back a little bit. That's what it feels like, and it's It's crazy. And yeah, there's white people in jail too, but bro, I don't know. I feel like why do they not give child molesters more time? Like you'll give somebody who made one mistake in their life with no parole, but a child molester will get 2 years, or a man that literally beats the shit out of his girlfriend get a year. And it depends on the situation. Sometimes women do lie, but I'm talking about the time where she didn't lie. And there are men like, I'm gonna just say this: if you ever meet a man and he just got out for domestic violence, run, because they don't lock people up for that. I got like, bro, if my ex would fight me in front of the police, I think they'll let him out the next day. They'll lock him up, and then the next day they let him back out, and they'll tell me until he does something more severe to you, there's nothing we could do. And that's why one of my exes is in jail right now, is because I saw that and I said, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. And the girl that he was cheating with, she was way more in love with him. So I'm like, you could have him. Clearly, like, you love him. I love him. I don't love him. So he ended up shooting her in front of her family. And it's like, someone like that, yo. And when I tell you it was for no reason, she didn't deserve that. Like, I probably deserved it more than her. I think everybody was actually surprised it wasn't me. Because when it happened, everybody called me and was like, yo, put the news on. And I was like, what are you talking about? I put the news on and I seen his picture and her picture. And this is a month after I broke it off because I wasn't doing that. Yo. Yeah. The point is, that was one of my favorite interviews. And I feel like it's going to be my forever top 5. And I hope we do way more stuff together. So I got 30 minutes to prepare. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Maybe I'm gonna change clothes because I did spill Red Bull on myself, even though it's dry now, so I'm good. It is what it is. I need a different Red Bull. And do I have underwear on? Yes, I do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock again.